Captain Jim here. I got Joel Ralston here. We're on the Condor tonight. Joel has been fishing how many years now?
I'm a short timer, 46 years.
46 years. So you've done all the long range boats? And
Well, actually I started out at Seaforth for a couple of decades, working the half-day boats and running the three-quarter-day boat. The sea lions chased me off the beach, and then started doing overnight trips and 2-day trips and 3-day trips on boats that I owned. And then when the economy tanked, when guys were struggling back in 2008 or 2009, price of fuel got really high. We didn't have any product to catch.
Right.
So I ended up losing my boat, which used to be the Relentless, which is at H&M landing still. If I was Forrest Gump, I'd say that's my boat. But you can't see it from here.
You can't see it from here.
And yeah, then after that, after I had to get the boat back to the bank, I started commercial fishing. Long lined out of Hawaii for 7 or 8 years in the winter, jigged albacore in the North Pacific and South Pacific. Basically all I do is fish, but I love sport fishing. That's where I grew up.
Okay. What was the first boat you ever worked on?
Well, the first boat I fished on was the Prowler, back when Grossbeck owned it, before Buzz Brizendine, back in probably '69.
Okay.
And I caught a 19-pound bonita and a 15-pound yellowtail. I can still remember everyone pulling the bonita I caught out of the bag going, oh my,
look at the size of that thing.
Damn kid, because they thought I was going to win the jackpot, which my dad didn't put me in. I might have.
Yeah.
And then I figured out right then and there, I go, I want to do what these guys do. I didn't know they didn't make much money, but I want to do what these guys do. And that's been pretty much it.
And that's what fishermen do. You know, every time I go out, I think I'm going to catch the big one. It's coming.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to get a limit of fish, and it's going to be a phenomenal trip.
Because the possibility is always there.
Exactly.
Not to reference Forrest Gump again, but fishing is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Tonight we're going to get bluefin tuna.
Okay.
That's I am sure of it.
Well, then I'm with you.
And so when you're not fishing for a paycheck, what do you do for fun?
I go half-day fishing still a little bit, sometimes three-quarter-day fishing. My wife and I like to bike ride, stuff like that. We live close to the ocean, so I can see it. So as much as I love fishing, I don't have to go every day. I can step outside and go, oh, look, ocean.
I could go if I wanted to.
I could, because it's right there.
Exactly. It's
a beautiful thing of living up on the hill there at Point Loma. I can just look outside and go, there it is.
Yeah, I was on a half-day boat, and Captain Roy from the Royal Polaris.
Roy Rose used to work the deck for me at Seaforth on the Mission Bell on the three-quarter-day boat.
Yeah, it was his birthday, and we're fishing a half-day boat.
Nice.
Now, is that a fisherman?
Roy is, yes. Roy, there's no doubt Roy is awesome.
Yeah.
He always has been.
And that's what I found with all the captains out of this fleet. Everybody down here loves to fish. They want to put their customers on fish, and you know, it is just in their blood. So I noticed your wife's on this boat. Has she fished a long time with you, or?
Yeah, we've been married about 6.5 years, almost 7 years.
Okay.
And she fished with me commercial fishing when we long lined out of Hawaii. She was on the boat, and when we jigged albacore, the first time she jigged albacore in the South Pacific, she caught the first fish of the season for us. The crew and myself, we were all taking a nap, and she was driving the boat. It was December 26th, 2019.
What was it, 25 years ago or so that albacore were all over out here?
No, it wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago? How long ago was it?
I think we've only, in about a 13-year drought or something.
Okay.
The first drought was 10 years when they stopped biting in '85, and then in the mid-'90s they came back.
Okay. And
there's been albacore west of here, because on the South Pacific trips, when we come home we make a pit stop in Tahiti. Well, the fishing grounds is east of New Zealand. And then we stop off at Tahiti, and we come up. There's a bank called the Urban Bank. It's straight west of here. And every year, the past 4 years, we catch albacore right there on that Urban Bank.
So do you think they're coming here again?
I hope so.
I hope so,
just need to get pushed this way.
Yeah, it's been pretty phenomenal bluefin tuna fishing the last few years.
It's been crazy good.
And things continually change. Like in Florida, I used to go out and catch 20, 30 pound dolphin or mahi or whatever you want to call them, dorado down here. And now to get a fish that big is a rarity. We're catching a whole bunch of little small schoolies now. You know, so the fishing has changed there. I used to never catch any tunas there. Now I'm catching small blackfins, skipjacks, and once in a while a yellowfin.
I mean, everything has changed. The staple fish used to be albacore. The water used to be colder. The Shogun a long time ago, like in the mid-90s, I think they had a Monterey aquarium trip where they caught a bluefin on the inner bank, which is right outside Todosanos, and they tagged it with one of those GPS tags. And they released it unharmed, except for the little boo-boo on its back.
The tag.
And it was caught almost exactly 365 days later, half a mile away from where they tagged it. So they got that information from the GPS tag, and that particular fish swam from the inner bank all the way to Japan and all the way back to be caught almost exactly where it was caught the year before, almost to the day.
Wow.
And this bluefin doesn't do this anymore. It's like it's camped out. I don't know if it's because there's the pens, because they got those pens drag a bluefin around year round.
Right.
And is that enough to keep them around? I don't know, but they come up from further south and then kind of intermingle around there and then go out to the hidden bank, the 390, the 60, up to the Butterfly, Clemente, to Cortez and Tanner. It's like they're almost on a track. Maybe not so much where you can set your watch to it, but they're pretty much going through the same footsteps they've been doing the past few years. So.
And tonight we're headed out, you said about 60 miles?
Well, 51 and a half miles from where we're at here right now.
Okay, and we've been driving for an hour, so that's an hour is my guess.
Yeah, but we weren't really pointed right at them because we had to come out of it. They got this southwestern continental tip of the United States was in our way. We had to drive around it.
Okay, but we're on our way now.
We are on our way.
51 miles, and we travel at what, about 10 miles an hour in this boat?
9.6 knots, can be considered a little over 10 miles an hour.
Perfect. So we should get there hopefully in time for the night bite.
Is the time right on this thing? Yeah, so the time's right on the GPS. It says 11 o'clock, 11:45 we should be there.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be a little earlier.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and set my alarm to get up at about 11:30.
I thought you were going to hand out some oars and have these guys start rowing a little bit so you get a little extra time on the fish.
That would be good, but
that would help.
I'll go for a plunker bite all night tonight.
As would I.
You know, I think I've put about 10 fish on the boat this year already, and 9 of them were over 100 pounds.
Nice.
Where last year I think every fish I caught was under 80 pounds. You know, so it seems like the fish are bigger this year.
For you, they are.
Has that been your experience with the whole fleet?
You know, we were on that big fish a month ago, and then it's like the solar eclipse kind of messed things up. I don't believe in coincidences. We had that solar eclipse, then the fishing got really spotty, and then they started catching that 40 to 60 pound fish again.
Okay. Which
was just recently, and that fish March it was really, really sketchy. It did not want to settle down very much. You guys had some good hits, and then it was a really small area, and all the boats were balling up on each other, kind of leapfrogging on each other. And then they started catching that bigger fish outside the 60, which was this last weekend, and you know it was a mix. And now it sounds like that fish that they're on now is mostly that big fish.
I can't wait.
I think it's because you're here.
I can't wait. They say Cousin Jim is good luck, so.
Well, then hopefully we get to say that.
We're going to say it again.
At 11:46 tonight when we roll into the area. Hopefully the sonar lights up and we just slide into a good one.
Yeah, so when we turn and look at the sonar, it'll look like that and be solid fish?
I'm hoping.
I've seen it, and it works.
Well, so have I.
So, hey, thanks, Joel, for letting me take a few minutes here. So we'll post this as a separate video. We're fishing the Condor tonight. So you fished this boat, what, 3-4 times?
This is my 3rd trip on this boat.
Okay. So, but
I'm going to be the guy most of the year. I've got a couple trips planned, but I'm going to be the.
Okay, so you're going to be running this boat all summer long then?
Yeah, it's going to be my fault.
Yeah, no.
Good, bad, or indifferent. It's always the captain's fault.
Yeah, that is true. You know, but it's the captain also is the one that always puts us on fish. You can't make them bite, but you definitely can find them.
I'm pretty sure I'm in the top 3% of effort. We try very hard on this boat.
I've heard that, and that's why I'm on the boat tonight.
Nice.
So here we go, Joel. We're gonna get them. Thanks, buddy.
You're very welcome.